Okay, this is an absolute must-do video if you have an Armor Kraton 6S or any metal, aluminum, I should say, chassis that you do not want to bend and you are insistent on doing high jumps, especially if you're going to the skate park like me. I'm 100% addicted to the skate park. Now, I would not be able to do any of the jumps that I do if it was not for this simple tennis ball. You got to use a good ball, pen or whatever, name brand. Don't try and use a dog tennis ball because it will just rip apart. I've already went through everything. I've tried to use this type of method to strap the tennis ball on. I've tried wire. I've tried great big, thick, whatever those things are called, zip ties. Nothing works quite like this. You get yourself a step drill, put a little hole in there. Step drill works good because the rubber isn't going to break away and have this eventually pull out. When I use the wire, this used to pull through. Okay, but that was after a good week or two of me completely bashing and smashing. So you got to use a decent piece of bungee cord. This is perfect because when your car hits the ground, and this is 12 pounds, I believe, and it's going 20, 30 miles an hour, and it's on concrete, you're going to want some pull. So it's going to stop the chassis from bending by squeezing, and then this is going to pull it to where there's no tension on your holes. Now, it's very simple. See, I already got a couple of these little ones up here, and these ones blast because I rarely ever land up here. But if I do, I'm protecting all of this stuff. And I painted them black because I'm a little OCD. What you do is you get the tennis ball. And this has a perfect place to set. It sets right in between. It sets right here. Right in between those pegs. It's a perfect spot. Now, you got to put 3 knots in it. And it's a little difficult if you don't have a piece that's long enough. Oh, one other thing I almost forgot. You got to put these on. It's a must. It is a must. You slide that down on that side. Slide this one on the other side. So this way there's no rubbing on the metal anywhere or on your shocks. So just like this. Let me show you. Just like this. Now let's try this once again. Okay. Push down the rubber hose. The first knot's usually the hardest. Unless you got enough bungee cord. But if you don't, and you're trying to get as many of them out as you can. There's 2 knots. Make sure they're cinched down really good. And it's really not going to matter that much because this bungee cord has pull in it. And this does not affect putting on your body. So what it actually does is it sits right underneath like that. So it comes up to the side, okay, on both sides, and this is there to stop it from rubbing on anything, and it does not bother the shocks. So there's a look at both of them. So when you go off a big jump, okay, it's gonna bounce like crazy. And you're not going to be damaging your shocks or your chassis. And you're not going to be messing up any screws either. That was another problem I had. The cement was wearing down my screws to where I had to have them drilled out. And that's no fun. Here's my other one. Same thing. And I put a little shoe on the front until I get my bumpers in. But it works very well. Very happy with it. And that's it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But you got to try it. You just might love it like me. I'm no longer afraid of really hitting the gas on big jumps. I just go for it because I know my tennis balls are there. And it, like every 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month, you got to take the tennis balls and just do it again. Like this one right here. That one's been in there about a week. I just put that one in there today. So, you know, just a little bit of maintenance on your vehicles, on your rigs, and you will be hitting the big jumps. I am definitely going to put some tennis balls on that big boy too. For sure. Set them right down there. Even though probably might not break it, but it just does not hurt. You don't want to go to the skate park and have your truck break on the very first jump. That's not cool. All right. You guys have a good day, and I really do hope that this starts a trend. Do not try and steal my patent, because it is patent pending. Ha ha ha!